This is great and a great demonstration of teching up your meetings. It's another method that you might want to use along with some of your others. Sir Sugg had said he had done a session with us. Also, Dr. Wyatt did, and it worked out very well in our situation. No delays, instant, and in fact, it seemed like Dr. Wasser-Sugg was right in the room with us. It was quite good. We even got some of his jokes. I've got a YouTube page where I'm putting these instructions online with some more detail to show you how to connect your device to a HDMI screen in your meeting room, some directions for Skype for the speaker who you're going to engage with, and some for the facilitator as well. And these connections should be in your handouts. And by the way, I'm recording this and I can play this back and post it on this instruction site for you later on, when instead of going out partying in downtown Vancouver, you can go home and watch this on YouTube. Some of the criteria here is to engage a speaker via Skype at minimum cost. Minimum cost comes up here. There's other methods to do this, but this is probably the least expensive. Requires a large screen TV with a minimum of one HDMI input in the meeting room. You should use a current Skype version, and this is, again, it's free, and it's important that both parties are using the latest version. It seems to work better in that case. So you should be closing, and maybe one of the reasons we're having a problem here, there's so many things, other things going on at your session there live, that it may be choking up the computer system there. So you should actually normally just use the apps you need, just the Skype app, and the speaker needs his presentation app. Remove most things on your screen before you start, and make sure your family members and dogs are advised and compliant. My dog quite often barks in the background. I do this for other sessions as well. What you need the active Skype account. The speaker needs an active Skype account, a computer device with Wi-Fi or cellular capability. Cellular capability on your smartphone is going to cost you a big buck, though. Wi-Fi is free. Cellular data doing this is pretty expensive, depending on your plan. Tripod, hopefully, is great to mount your computer device on. It's better than books or a table or a slow-moving friend in some cases. Meeting area with accessible Wi-Fi if your computer device has no cellular capability. The features of this system, in my mind, is a video call. There's nothing like seeing each other. And normally, I would see you at a smaller meeting, and today I can't see you. And I would like to see that group. I imagine it's a great-looking group. And I also, what I can do is I can screen print things, and if I catch somebody sleeping when I'm doing this, I send the picture to them. You can text on Skype. You can call landlines. There's other charges for that. You can do group calls, you can see and chat with friends and family, and you can turn them off when you want and blame the connection. Many other features too, but the benefits are this is another tool in your toolbox for doing prostate support group meetings. Minimum expense, most often zero. Maximize effectiveness. Some of the benefits here are, I think you see them on the screen here. Maximizing the effectiveness face-to-face, it's better than a conference call normally without seeing the other person. And most people, one of the benefits of the Skype system is most people have the resources at their fingertips, and they're free. They're there. They just have to basically turn them on and practice a bit. You can save and play back this event, this conference. That's handy for details and checking content. And share with those that aren't attending. Here's some of the steps, and I'm not going to go to each one, but if you go to my YouTube page, you'll actually see every step, where to click. You can replay it, take your time, and do a little bit of practicing. One of the things that I really profess is to practice a bit at this. Skype is simple. yes, but it does require a little bit of practice. And in my case, if I haven't used it for 2 or 3 weeks, I come back, I sometimes forget, and it's worthwhile to practice. And also testing out the equipment. We tested the equipment today, and we did run into some issues, but hopefully those have been mitigated and reduced. Once you go through these simple steps, you would be ready to start your session, your Skype meeting, almost as if the speaker is standing in front of your group. Our group sessions we've had 12 to 20 people. They work just fine. And to me, it's just a wonderful asset. We're going to do more of those, and a tremendous cost savings. In real time, if you've practiced, everything is ready to go. If you walked into a meeting room, if you hooked up your device, it could be a computer, it could be a smartphone, it could be a tablet, and you can use those to do a Skype conference call. And connecting it to a device and having the speaker on the screen and ready to go should be normally about 5 minutes. And with that practice and skill, it doesn't take all that long. I wanted to thank the Prostate Cancer Foundation BC team for inviting me to do this. And I also wanted to thank Dr. Richard Wassersug for enduring some of our sessions, our practice sessions, and the odd corny joke that I spring on him. And again, the audience, thank you, as I mentioned, for attending today and participating. But I'd also like to open this up in case there's any questions and try to deal with them. Either myself or Dr. Wassersug may be able to answer some of those. And I love questions and feedback, by the way, and maybe you want to request a training video or you need help. You can, if you don't want to mention it today, you can email me at brook@shaw.ca. You can go onto my YouTube channel and get back to me there. But if there's something you need, or you're trying to do this legitimately and you can't get there, give me a email, get a hold of me. I'll do my best to try to help you out. So that is a condensed version, and I'm going to turn that over to Richard now, and hopefully this has got through and it has worked to some degree.
I think it worked pretty well. Thank you. Let me ask here in the audience, are there questions? I'm sort of blinded. Yes, we have a question from the front row. Can you?
The slideshow that he's showing, is that from your computer or is that from his computer as a screen share?
That's from his computer. He can show it from his computer. It could be also. That's from his computer, so he controls the slideshow.
Repeat the question.
The question was, where were the slides that we just saw, Court? And I'm telling them that it was at your end.
Yes, you answered accurately there, yes.
Any other questions? Yes.
Is there a special Skype account or type of Skype that you need to have, or are they all the same?
So the question was, do you have a special Skype account with special need? Yeah, Lee has an answer.
I signed up yesterday, because that's on my laptop. It was free. I just downloaded Skype, found Court's name, and connected.
That's all there is to it. It's free.
I have Skype, but I didn't know of all those features.
They are in the newest version. They're all there.
They're all there.
Other questions? These are good questions. I'm blinded by the lights, but are there any more?
I'll have one, just to affirm.
Sure, one more question here.
Can you can share screens, so maybe get Court's thoughts on sharing screens, because we could send a screen that's in that computer to him for he to see, and he doing like he's done here too.
Yeah,
so share back and forth.
You can indeed. So you can see pictures in the bottom corner, so you can actually see people. And if you set up the tables, here we're spread out laterally. But if you have a small support group with 20 people, you can have a camera there, and the speaker and the facilitators at both ends can see each other. As you can see the whole group, so you don't have to be out of screen. And yes, you can get multiple images on the screen. It can be split that way. Other questions? Okay, Court, the question was, suppose you have members who want to be at the session but can't actually be on site. Can they log in from their home and witness participate in the Skype session? What's your answer to that question?
No. However, what I am doing with this presentation as well is you can record it and then send it out or post it and have people access that post. I'm not sure if that answered your question. It is no, but currently. However, one thing that was mentioned there, every time you update, there's quite often new features, and there are new applications that are internal in the system that have improved it as it's progressed over the years.
Thank you. We need to move on. Court, this is great. Thanks. And if anybody has questions locally, you're welcome to throw them to me. I'll see that they get to court as well. Thanks.